So that was 2 clicks. 1 to select a school. Maybe that's 2, maybe that's 3. Panville. 4. There we go. So there are certain things I put up on here that I also put up on my school website. No one's ever gotten them from here. Please see mrpample.com for more information about my class, or for information about my classes, and then the email and stuff like that. And then I put this here for the one time the parents need something like that. Like, that's the #1 thing I get calls about. When's the concert? What are they supposed to wear? So I put that there. Otherwise, mrpample.com. Give it a second. We were camping for a week. And to save a huge rant on how much I hate camping. But all of my websites renew on the 4th of July, and we were camping the 4th through the 12th. So my website is renewed, but it didn't occur to me until today to reset the DNS. So sometime in the next 3 hours, this will be live. Because I did it right before you came in. Yeah, we'll get there. So, reasons why I want to get us off of the school websites. For a couple of reasons. One, you can't remember where it is. You can't tell the kids, go to, what was that? What was mine? Yeah. You can't tell the kids, go to www.frontier.winnyrick.org, because they don't know what Winnyrick is. So you're going frontier.wnyric.org/domain with a capital D /1 or 614. And then, if I change schools, does my domain change? I don't know. Next year I'm going to Cloverbank. Is that little 3-digit number going to change because now I'm no longer on here? You have to get to me through the Cloverbank website. So no matter what, something I think we should all do is register a domain for ourselves. That's one of the first things I want to do today. And you don't have to, because it will cost $12. But I suggest it, because now I tell my kids, go to mrpamphil.com. I also have mrpamphilsclass.com, because when I started doing it, back in North Tonawanda days, I purchased Mr. Pamphil and mrpamphilsclass.com. And then told my dad, because he had, 8 years left, you can have mrpamphil.com until you retire, and I'll take mrpamphilsclass.com.
Is he a music teacher also?
He was, yeah.
Oh, how nice.
Right now, he's watching my kids.
Oh, how old are your kids?
5 and 3.
Boys or girls?
No, one of each.
Oh, wow. Will they go to Frontier? Will the
No,
5-year-old go to kindergarten,
no.
or?
They'll be Union Pleasant.
Oh,
Yeah, they should have. Well, they should have been Charlotte. But,
Well, Jack just finished Charlotte.
He did pre-K.
He did pre-K at Charlotte. Yep. So now my mrpamphil.com is everywhere. I tell the kids, if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's Mr. Pamphil. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Mr. Pamphil. If you want to follow me on my website, it's mrpamphil.com. It's just all Mr. Pamphil. Actually, I think Mr. Pamphil's class now goes to my dad's website. We'll see. That doesn't matter. It's taken too long. So yeah, reason #1, it's so much easier to remember by parents, by students, and it's going to look better. It's going to be nicer. It's not going to change. Which again, up here, I'm going to go through a bunch of different websites, probably starting left to right, with some nice looking teacher pages, and then some really active teacher pages. So I was on here, create an impressive class website in under an hour, which you could do. They're using Weebly here. If they have commercials for Weebly and Wix and Squarespace, which are all great, are somewhat easy to use, can make nice looking things, but the caveat, which they give at the bottom here, Weebly for education, where is it? Comments. It's not private, anyone can access your class info. And then right here, Weebly has private options through the education page for just $40 a year. Yeah, right?
Here too, man, and it wasn't private.
I think that was the teacher.
Yeah, the teacher didn't want it to be.
Oh, okay.
But even so, oh, can I get to this one? No. Any website builder like Wix or Weebly is going to show ads.
Yeah.
And if you want to remove the ads, they're going to charge you $40 a year, if not more. So the manual I printed out for you is WordPress. And WordPress is free, but you have to find somewhere to host it. So if you go to, you don't need to do this right now, you can watch if you want. scottpanfill.com. This is a website I started building as soon as I got home from camping. So we were there the 4th through the 8th. So then I put this together in preparation of this. And then I put some links on the first page. It's going to lesson 1 right now. Here it is. So in today's class, we're going to look at options for hosting a website, discuss best practices in authorship, set up important files and services. Basically, Frontier has Google. Does Hamburg use Google? Okay, so if we set up a folder on your Google Drive, everything you do will be saved there, and then when you go back to your own computer, you can have it. I'm gonna outline our sites, which means we're gonna take a couple of minutes to actually plan out who the site is for, who you think is going to be looking at it, what you want them to see when they first get there, what you want to put on your website, and we'll discuss that. Then, we don't need to necessarily do these two things. I'm highly recommending it. Switching to a domain name instead of just the one that the school gives you, and building a site in WordPress rather than one of the freemium options. Freemium meaning Wix is free, Weebly is free, unless you want to upgrade. And WordPress is free. Again, you just need to find some place to host it, which is where this $1 GoDaddy promo comes in. $1 a month web hosting with a free domain. So whenever I start a new website, I'll start with something like this. And then for $12 for the year, I've got the domain and I've got somewhere to put it. Again, we'll get there. So, here are some examples of other people's classroom websites. Mrs. Bonzer's first grade friends. Just pretty looking.
Oh, I've been on her.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
It's got a lot of
Everything on there.
stuff on here.
She's got a lot of stuff on there.
What'd you find her there?
I would be searching something for reading or whatever, and she was one of the things that came up.
Oh,
Nice. This is what all websites used to look like. You remember? Have you ever gone to Space Jam's website? Remember the movie Space Jam?
Yeah.
The Space Jam website from the original movie is still up.
Really?
When did that movie come out?
Like 1990.
1996.
Oh, wow.
So here's,
Like about Michael Jordan? Yeah.
yep, it's what all websites used to look like.
That's what our reading
Stars.
museum looks like.
Yeah, right? And kids, again, because I want the kids going to the website. I'm making things for them. They make quick judgments when they see things like this. They're not on these web pages, and this web page looks terrible on a cell phone. And almost all of them are going to a website on their cell phone. Okay.
No, that's not the lady's website I went on. I just went on one that looks like that.
Oh, okay.
Not Mrs. Either. Someone
No,
else.
this
Mrs.
is-
Pan.
is Mrs. Eater, which again is teacherweb.com/il/Pioneer Elementary School /Mrs. Eater's first grade /index.aspx. Go to that, kids. Even if you write that out for the kid, they're not going to do that. Mine is MrPanfield.com, and they still mess it up. Can't go to Mr.Panfield.com. That's a subdomain on Panfield.com, and if I could have done that, I would have. But somebody else has owned Panfield.com since 1995, and it's looked like this since 1995. And I email them about once a year, going, "I'll make you something pretty. Just let me do something with this website." And I could even go subdomains, and then it would be Mr.Panfield.com, and you can be whoever the person who owns it is, like Greg.Panfield.com, and that can be your website. Sorry, it's off topic. This is a great website just because of how much stuff is on it. This is a person who's been doing it for a long time. And look at that, 1997, 98 projects. So presumably the kids know to go to this one because it's just full of content. And that's our 5 classes today is going to be getting our website up and running, making it look nice to an extent. And then everything else is going to be creating content to put on it. Yep, just some examples of things to do and things to not do, where this is our discussion of best practices. Way too many things going on to choose from. This one, not looking too bad. It hasn't been updated in the last 2 years, but it's easy to understand. Has videos, right? Yeah, exactly. Do it one day. Music tech for teachers. These are places that I go to, which is why I brought them up. Sorry, what? No? Okay. If it was important, say it loud enough for everyone to hear it. No, I'm just...
Yeah, she talks to herself.
And then we run into the other problem. I have a couple of these where there are these long ones like this where I don't know why it wasn't found. Maybe this person got married. And now their last name is different. Same thing here. And then some really nice ones where they're not instantly turning you off as a website user. You're not going there and going, ugh, can't find my way around. They're not necessarily the greatest looking things, but they are useful websites. This one, kind of ugly, but again, really popular. Oh, and this is fun. If you find yourself drifting off and you want to do some fun things, archive.org. You can go on the Wayback Machine and look at any website that this website has crawled. For example, MrPanfield'sClass.com is no longer up. I was able to find this picture from archive.org because they took a picture of it back in 2011 and back in 2009, right here, and then recently again too. So it's archive.org, and then you type in the Wayback Machine and you can see, for example, what YouTube used to look like.
They can find
Any website that they crawled, which again, they have billions of pictures on here. For them to have crawled MrPanfield'sClass.com, I mean, they're crawling a bunch of stuff. Well, that's loading. Here's my school website, the Twitter. Oh, and MrPanfield.com. MrPanfield'sClass.com, which goes to my dad's website. I built him a prettier one, but he was stubborn.
Do you take care of his website for him, or does
I-
he do it?
I do with BuffaloBluegrass.com. That's his site, and it was built on WordPress. So I made that logo using stuff that I'll show you how to do, and then Yeah.
Is your dad in Creekbrook?
Yeah, and has been for like 30 years.
I was gonna say because my old principal, Richard
Oh
Schaefer,
yeah, Schaefer. He just saw him yesterday. Huh.
he used to perform at our school. So.
Yep. Yeah, my dad was there. So much more fun talking to teachers than middle schoolers because the cell phone goes off and it's like, oh, no, that's cool. No. I don't necessarily mind if a student's cell phone goes off in the class. It happens. Oh, this is what YouTube used to look like back in 2005.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell the kids when I started teaching, YouTube wasn't a thing. There was no YouTube
Yeah.
when I started teaching. Yeah, right. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, Facebook, y'all.
Well, Facebook
Because they
started
started
in late.
I'm about to log in so you can see that.
And Frontier will let you go there.
Yes. Block that and excuse my feed here. I tell the kids if you find me online anywhere, feel free. I won't friend them on Facebook. But middle schoolers, high school, they're not on Facebook anyway. They're done with Facebook. I won't friend them. But I'm also really clean online all the time. So if they find anything, like, go ahead, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. I guarantee you it's going to be the most boring thing you see. And I'll bring it up to them.
So what did they do? Twitter instead or Snapchat? What did
Twitter,
they do?
yeah, Snapchat.
Snapchat's probably the bigger one.
See, my kids are like, oh, it's creepy if a teacher wants to follow with me. Or a coach or anything.
I'll sometimes check up on Twitter
Yeah.
on people.
Twitter they don't mind, but they're like Snapchat and stuff like that.
But
They're
no,
like, that's
I'm not on Snapchat.
Yeah.
Said here, follow me on Twitter. There's what it looks like. I'm playing bass. I know bars can't have a legal Super Bowl party, but can they have a superb owl party? And I thought that was really clever. I was excited about it. I started making a logo for the superb owl party, like with a top hat and a monocle, to find out that people already do that. Totally wasn't original. I was going to sell it to people. Like, you can have my superb owl logo. Groups. I'm going to groups. Groups. There it is. Groups. So I started a group for this. It's a secret group. So I can add people if you wanted to be added to this. That's where I'll post the videos like this, so you can see the back of my head for the last half an hour, or the video of what's going on the screen as well. So I don't know how you want to do it. If you want to log in, if you put in your first name, then
I have this administrator's name and password to allow this. Something wants to
Just-
make changes.
cancel any administrators.
So what are we called?
Put their first name in.
You would have to log into Facebook.
What if you don't have a Facebook account?
Then you can still go to scottpamphel.com.
Okay.
I can even make you log in there.
Oh, just do the capital F. And just type in that. It's very good.
Otherwise, I can add you here by email address.
Now, how come
It won't let me use scottpamphel.com.
Really?
SCOT?
Ha! Okay.
The site cannot be reached.
So scottpamphel.com is being blocked.
I just
Yeah.
have Facebook being blocked.
Because these are kids' computers. Y'all can't go on it. Take that. Never mind. I'll add you later.
Okay.
Can I have the add
So
your
if you
email
add us
address
by
to these?
email, then will you just like send us an email for the
Yeah. Yeah,
Videos
I'll
are
add you by
good.
email and send
Videos
it.
are good for me.
Right?
And so our work, our manuals, that wasn't sarcastic.
No, I
Really
like
efforts.
I read
And then
manuals the
she'll call
first
me
thing
and
I
say,
do.
what does this mean?
Yes, exactly.
Here's what I wrote, what did I mean by
Out of curiosity, can you go to GoDaddy.com? Or like WordPress.org?
Oh, I got it. I got GoDaddy.
Go WordPress.org.
that? Which appears
This
to be
is
what we need.
gonna be fun.
It does say.
No, it's just it's a form or a blog. Because why would kids ever need to go to a blog, right?
I was able to get on. It's What if you can add it here?
What?
That I was able to get onto both GoDaddy and WordPress.
No. Oh, maybe because you're signed in as a teacher. But everybody's signed in as a teacher,
Exactly.
right? This is mine.
I use my own.
Are you in Chrome?
Yes.
Yeah. WordPress.com.
You want our personal email for Facebook or?
It doesn't matter. Whatever you use for Facebook, I can do. How did I not use her Facebook?
I'll keep track of my guys. I see what she's doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It always was.
Yeah, 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 I didn't.
Yes, yes. They did.
Nope, don't see people.
So that's good, because they went to,
Yes.
that's where they always do. I used to, oh, see, they're getting.
I know.
So I shared a picture, or I shared a link to my frontier.winrick.org/domain/6197. I shared that to 614. I shared it to Facebook to see what it would look like. This is what it looks like. All right. So to get into the discussion of how we could be using a classroom website, I thought I would tell you how I use it in my classroom. And see if it's up yet. We'll get there.
So if we have a Facebook account, you want the email associated with that Facebook.
I can easily add you to a group that way. Otherwise, I'll just send you the link to the group.
It's the same, I just have a different.
It's gonna be. Let's see. It's going on 10.
Expand it to make it bigger. That way it's easier to see.
All right. Well, if I archive.org. Mr.
So I can probably go back and find my MySpace page on the web.
Oh yeah. If you know the URL for it, yes.
I
So that's when they say you can find anything. You can find anything.
If you have the URL for it.
I was like, I don't know.
So when was the okay? Here's the last time my web page was captured. Let's see. Nope, it's still giving me what it looks like right now. Huh. Give it a minute. Again, sometime in the next 2 hours, it should propagate. All right, to the teacher tube it is. Anybody on teacher tube?
I've used it.
Because one of these classes we're gonna make some videos and upload them, and then embed them.
Yeah.
Anything you want. I'll show you we're gonna use, because they're on here, we'll use iMovie on here to make some fun things. Am I on SchoolTube or TeacherTube? No, I'm on SchoolTube.
Oh,
Sorry.
These keyboards are filthy, aren't they?
Same thing. Same thing as TeacherTube. Not the same company. What I'll do is why is it not? There it is. What I'll do is use something to its limit of free, and then just sign up for another one. So if TeacherTube allows you 10 videos, just sign up for SchoolTube next. So ways that I use my website in the classroom. This is embedded on my website. Wish I could show you. I'm sorry I can't.
All right, this is how to play the chords from Magic Changes. Whenever you're playing a chord on a guitar,
Yes.
you want to make sure that you're pressing down the notes and only that note. You're not touching any of the other strings.
So one of the ways that
So
I
the way
use
to
it
do that
is
is
I
make
know
sure
the
that
kids
your
can go home and watch
is
this.
on the back
If
of the
they have a
neck.
guitar at their house, they can go
That
home
way
and
when you
watch
put your
what we're
fingers
doing in
down,
class
you
at
can
home.
see
But I'll also
the,
pull this up in
arc
school.
that my fingers have here. I'm only pressing.
Throw it up on the smartboard so that I can walk around and help kids with the fingering while they're watching me. So they have a second teacher in the room. I get to be the one just moving fingers. Like, nope, this one's terrible. Not that it matters, but it's fun to care. See how many people have viewed it. Where is it? Show me how many people have watched it. Those Magic Changes.
All right, this is how to play the
Yeah,
chords. from Magic
4,429.
Changes. Whenever you're playing a chord on a guitar, we want to make sure that you're
Some of those
pressing
are
down
mine.
the notes
I guarantee
and
they're
only
not.
that note. You're not touching any of the other strings. So the way to do that is to make sure that your thumb is on the back of the
This
neck.
was one of the ones I did this year.
That way when you put your fingers down, if you can
I
see,
sent the kids to. We were working on
first rhythm.
clapping. So on my webpage, I said, here's example 1 and example 2. I'm going to clap it out, watch the video, and then click on which one.
I'm going to clap 2 rhythms for you. All right?
I'm
You
clapping.
can decipher my messages. Here's the first rhythm. That's my first rhythm. That's number 1. Taking a look, I'm going to do it again.
So it's taking the
Give
stuff
me a
that we're
hint,
doing
Robert,
in
too.
the class, outside of the classroom. And I understand how goofy it looks, which is part of it, because I want the kids to share it. So looking a little goofy on it helps, not that you have to. Other things that I've made don't have me in it. But again, I want them to watch it. I want them to show other people. So if I tend to make myself look a little bit goofy, that's okay with me.
So how do you video yourself? Do you put that?
Would a custodian please call 3413? A custodian please call 3413. Thank you.
This one was all done on my iPhone.
Okay.
You can tell I'm wearing a tie. I'm dressed nice, so
Yeah,
this
you
is
clean up nicely.
this is open house. open house night.
Oh, I was actually impressed. I'm
Right.
sorry. Where's the-
So it's open house. It's between the first open house and the second open house. So is that how they do it here, or is that it's either before 7th grade, 8th grade open house? Point is, I had to be here for a long time that night with a lot of nothing happening.
Yeah.
So I had a selfie stick from Walmart, I think $5. Took this part off of it, which now I just keep in my bag with me at all times, and that holds my phone. And then I'll put that onto either a small tripod like that, which these are dollar store things.
Right.
Whenever I'm in the dollar, this is the type of person I am. Whenever I'm in the dollar store, I'm like, ooh, a tripod. So I put this literally on my piano right here and just looked at it and talked. And then on my iPhone, in iMovie on the iPhone, you can make quick edits where you just cut out a middle section or you put a title on it.
I'm gonna
So that
call
title
two
is
rhythms
built into
for you.
iMovie.
All right, we're gonna see if you can decipher my messages. Here's the first rhythm.
See that quick cut? I probably messed up the first rhythm. Just reclapped it right away afterwards, and then just cut out that little piece. Other things I'll do is I'll take what we're talking about. We were talking about layers in the classroom, and I'll put up a video on building layers. What was it called? Texture and Form Taylor Swift. Videos. There. So this wasn't my video. Somebody else made it.
Musicians the
And 25,000 views, by the way. Somebody else made it. I don't want to send the kids to YouTube. I don't want to put a link on my website to send them to YouTube because I don't know what's going on over here. Or down here. Because this is horrendous what happens down here. So I'll take this and then embed it. Where's embed? No. Add to, sure. Embed it. And if you have a WordPress website, all you have to do is take this, post or paste it right into your page, and then it shows up as if it's on your page, even though it's being hosted from YouTube.
Oh, and it won't direct them right to YouTube?
And it won't click through to YouTube. They watch it on your page, it goes full screen on your page. You can tell it to, right here, unclick that so it's not showing suggested videos when the video finishes. Stuff like that. Because again, the stuff that comes up at the end of the video, who knows? So then the kids can watch this from my website, and then underneath it I've written about layers and songs and textures. And then that same night, I put this one together. This is in the classroom. You can tell, same outfit. This whole, yeah, right, I wore a tie once. Before the parents showed up, this whole thing took 1 hour. But it's sat on my website since then in September. And it's almost up to 1,400. But we're talking about layers and texture. So I built it up. I had to record it 7 times. But then on the Mac, before the kids showed up, I just squeezed everything together rather quickly, which is why the lines don't line up. But again, it can be done quickly, especially if your school uses Macs. Does Hamburg use Macs?
No.
Okay. That's all right. There's still good things on PC. They're just not as fun. They're not as good. And you can do everything on an iPad or an iPhone. Let's see an iPhone. Oh, I can show you exactly what I made on my iPhone. So you can see the type of things that get made on iPhones. This is Brave Sir Jack. This is just a template, so all I had to do is change the words and then take a short clip to put in each part. Oop, with one exception. I had to move it to my computer to add the fire out of his mouth. But that was done. That was done completely on my iPhone, except for the fire. With about 20 minutes, because they make it easy. That's the goal. Well, yeah. I have a little bit of experience in it, but still.
Anxiety, Violet, and goodbye.
Here's the other one. We're going to spend the whole day. She wanted to be Elsa. I don't know why. Oh, I remember why. We just went to Disney in August, and Elsa made it snow. So I asked her, let's make a video together. What do you want to do? And me, Elsa, me make it snow. Like, all right, I'll see what I can do. See if we can make it snow. And it was on my iPhone, except for the snow.
Except for the
And this is why I don't want kids coming over to the side. Right? Why would they put this after my Emma's wish?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All right, so it's about 10. We want to take a couple of minutes and then start getting into our website.
Sure.
All right, let's do that. I'll run to the restroom. And you said you can get to WordPress.com.
Yeah, I was,
But will it show up differently for
Like, I
like
have a different
she has a different
screen
thing,
than
she's
she
like a
does.
softer yellow.
Really light.
I mean, it's probably the same.
And so then, is it rubbed in there? Just
It's
try
percolate.
for a little bit.
That's weird.
And I still have her in that room.
Yeah.
Goes to my house.
Yeah.
Beach eyebrow.
Yeah.
It's really bad. It's nice and soft.
And so did you pick up the crib or anything? What color is it?
It's wood.
Yeah,
Like
what,
a light.
right?
Yeah, whether we choose to pay to host it ourselves or do it on WordPress, everything from this point you can do either free or for the $12. And that's not money going to me. I get nothing off of that. It's just I suggest you do this, and I was able to find it for $12 instead of the normal.
Yeah.
Is there any way to know, like, if our
Yeah.
our political will let us link to this or not?
No,
No.
no. Although again, after today, everything is content creation. So you can take whatever we make after this and put it onto whatever website you want. I have the nice outline of all 5 days. I should give you this too. I'll put this up of what we're doing. Today there's a lot of why. The next is hosting and then writing. We're gonna write a post today. Mhm.
Like when they were two, like with
Yeah.
Disney babies or something, you know, we did all that.
When they stuff, yeah.
I'm running to the restroom, but I'm reminding you that I'm recording right now. So feel free to say whatever you want about me, but say it really quietly.
Yeah. Have you visited the doctor? Yeah, Maurice, yeah, I made your shield for my class, hiding out. But I didn't follow through, like, I look really good. I was too scared. And I don't, so my pen is not.
Yeah.
And now I'm seeing that
It's so nice just to lay around.
I wanted to be in class because I wanted them to write something that would be getting class that day. So, but I just put it up in the hallway.
Yeah.
So I did like the Twitter symbol, made that, my handle, and then sentence strip. We just did, because they only have a limited space on Twitter, so sentence strip was kind of the point of a limited space. Yeah. She was slowly down and yeah. See what she wants to do. I said, you know, does she want to sharp? Does she want to show us? Does she want it? Yeah. She's got yeah. It's, you know, I don't know what to tell you, Karen. Yeah. I can't put in her shower to here. It's kind of fun. She's crazy. She worries about things. Well, she's a total. Yeah. Oh, your kids. Oh my gosh. See, so you know. So you just have to tell us what you want. Yeah. Okay. And I'll make it happen. You got it. You got it. Okay. Yeah. So we have till December, you know. So I was really. I was coming back. Oh, see, that's good. So that was cool.
Juice. Probably juice. Maybe juice.
Oh, good. Oh, cool. Ooh.
Perfect. Okay.
But I think I'm trying to open this pop-up. And there's no cancel. Should I just put my first name there and go with it?
You can put anything for your first name.
Okay.
I tell the kids to put in frontier.
Okay.
And then continue. And then no, continue.
Teach, like, out in the shower for my landing water unit for science.
Oh, really? We never thought about that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Go.
I did, like, at the very beginning, I did Tales of the Fourth Grade numbering.
Dot GL /0. Gotta be a lowercase L, don't you think? Uppercase I? Not. Aha, okay, good to know.
Yeah.
It's a lowercase L.
Yeah.
Capital K. Oh, and that's a 0. 9. X. T.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, I'm confident of it.
Yeah.
Your reception in this chapter.
Yeah.
You're just weird.
Yeah. That happens. Story of my life. But she said, there were all these phrases.
I was on it last night. Me too. Looking for dates. Oh, I found a good one. It wasn't back to school. It was
It was she had 10 ways to
or it was something like this was I tell you to create different passwords for everything. Just like, oh my god, I gotta remember them all. Oh yeah.
Let's talk about
I found one that was cool because it was something that she watched and she wanted I was president.
it was so cozy and nice, but it wasn't a family. It was just they were something
Right. That was all that they would talk about. Yeah. Are you voting for Trump or are you voting for Hillary? Like, I'm not telling you. One way or another.
It was 10 ways to get people like see
It's all about like respect. It's a simple one. They like keep it all here. Yeah. Yeah. I took a couple of those. Oh, nice. iPhone chart. Yeah. Yeah, Vanessa made it for me, and I put them on library card pockets and put magnets on them, so because I still have chalkboard in my room, and I just put their number in there. Yeah, and I have like a lot of them, like since they're older, I have like the ask me, so it's like if I'm giving a direction and someone doesn't hear it, now that person's in charge of remembering the direction.
Right.
So I'm a responsible student. The biggest one they wanted was the teacher assistant one.
Yeah.
Because my teacher assistant would check in on them where, if I was passing out things, they would like pass out the
We good?
books.
We're good.
Yeah. Yeah, we're good.
No, no, no.
Nerdy too, actually.
So we're going down one of two routes. The free route or the $1 a month route. We're gonna start going down the free route. If you think you want to go down this route, just hold off for 5 minutes. Because that will get you the $1 a month again. It's not money that goes to me. I don't make anything off of it. I was just searching for, I have to come up with a good price on this. So I found a promo code that will take it down to $1 a month to host the website and get you the free domain name for the first year. So whatever, and then GoDaddy per year is, I think, $12. Not $12. It's $12 per year for the domain and like $1 or $2 for hosting. So I'm going to go down the free route first. But bringing up passwords, Passwords, all passwords that you use today, I'm going to suggest you write it on your manual. The most secure thing you can do for passwords is literally write it down on paper. And I always carry a little notebook in my back pocket. I don't keep my passwords in here because I don't want to lose this little notebook. But I'll keep other things in here that I don't want going on there. Otherwise, this is what I use. Data Vault Password Manager. It keeps all of my passwords secure on my phone. Yeah, it's an app and a desktop program. The con for the one that I use is I have Macs, PCs, iPhones, and Androids. So I had to buy it 4 times. And I think it's $10 each.
Oh.
So I've been using it for probably 7 or 8 years, so that was $40 over the 7 or 8 years. If I were gonna do a new one now, I would get 1Password, which is still a little bit more, but you just install it on anything. Because if something new comes out, I have to buy it for something new now, my Data Vault. But 1Password is good. Data Vault is what I use. And I have really stupid long passwords. I think my setting is 25 characters. So, but I don't have to remember them.
So in other words, when you go on your device, this will automatically kick in your password.
No.
No.
1Password will.
Okay.
That's why I would switch to 1Password now.
Okay.
Data Vault, you have to copy and paste. So I open it on my phone, I select it, copy it, and then paste it. But it's worth it to me.
Do you use different passwords for each thing then?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything I use is different. Right now, I'm running between myself and other people 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22 websites. And they all have very unique, stupid long passwords for that reason. This password is 5C, capital R, quotation mark, lowercase t, capital C3, capital Q, lowercase h, and more.
You just make it
No, it has a password generator.
up.
So I can say right here, I want uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, and punctuation marks, and I want it to be 25 characters long, and it just makes a password. So starting down WordPress.com, this is the free version. If you want to go with me, it's at WordPress.com. If you don't want to go with me, it will be on the video and on the screen capture. So click and get started. Step 1, what is your website about? We would obviously be education and organizations. The only reason that matters is they're going to show us a set of options, like what theme we're going to use based on that. They have communities and associations, high school education. Man, it'd be great if they had like elementary school education on there. But general education is fine. Any of these is fine, again. But if, for example, if you choose religion and spirituality, the themes that they're going to show you might include a couple of church themes, along with the education themes. So this is just telling them what you're trying to get going. What would you like your homepage to look like? A list of my latest posts I like to use. That way, whenever I put something new up, it just shows up on the front page. But a couple of the ones that we saw today had a welcome page for the site where you would put just a static page up on front instead of having something that changes. This is up to you. I prefer a list of my latest posts.
So if I put a list of my latest posts and
Mhm.
something new shows up on that page,
Yeah.
then how do I have to move it, or how does it stay there long, or?
Nope. On scottpanfield.com, when I wrote this, 2 days ago, it just shows up then on the front page. If I write
Until
something,
you write something new?
if I write something new, yep, it'll go up on the top here. Here, hold on. I could show you examples of both kinds of sites. So West New York Brews is a beer podcast that I do. So on the front page, whenever I write something new, it shows up on top here. Then each episode that I make when I put it up just gets pushed down one. Episode 20, episode 19 gets pushed down until it eventually gets pushed off the front page. So that's a website that's running a list. A website like...
So are you a beer connoisseur?
Yes, I call myself a beer nerd.
Why do you call yourself a nerd?
Oh, I live it.
In a positive sense.
Absolutely. All of a sudden it's cool to be a nerd. Right? I'm like, I've been doing it since it was uncool.
Yeah.
In middle school.
That's kind of funny because, like, sometimes my girls bring home friends, and I
Yeah.
think in our days they do call nerds, and
Yeah.
now they're really cool kids, you know?
There is no... Hold on. I know I keep getting off topic. The kids do this really good to me too. Get me off topic. This isn't something I would show the kids. Photos. I have some photos of me in middle school up here. So you can see exactly how much of a nerd I was. Where, oh yeah, all my pictures are of my kids or beer.
Is it interconnected?
Right? Either kids or beer, kids or beer. Kids. Oh, and music stuff. We won't have to go much longer. There is nobody in this middle school, because I'll look. There is nobody in this middle school who is as nerdy as I was. There it is.
Oh,
That's
middle school?
that's 6th grade.
Turtleneck.
Stop it.
6th grade turtleneck. I mean,
I would have gone like 4th, maybe.
I know,
3rd.
right?
Yeah, you
How
were
about the
little.
one next to you? Is that you
right
too?
here I found this meme online, which it's called the 60-year-old woman meme. It's a girl who had a middle school picture, and
That's
everyone made fun of her, saying she looks like a 60-year-old woman. So they put something young and something old on it. You know, gets a dollhouse for her birthday, covers all the furniture in plastic. And it's called the 60-year-old girl meme. So I saw this and I'm like, oh my god, that was me in middle school. And people were like, oh, you were nerdy too. I'm like, no. That looks exactly like me in middle school.
Oh my god.
That's 6th grade
Such
me.
a cute face, though.
And then, wait, 7th grade me is right there too. Because it doesn't get better. 7th grade me.
Oh, well, at least you ditched the turtleneck.
You got
Yeah,
a little
right.
older.
There are very few people.
You just needed to push the glasses up a little.
Yeah, people don't believe me when I say 6th grade. That's 6th grade.
You two to stay young with you
Super
forever.
cute.
Here's senior year in high school. Me and my wife.
Aw,
you were dating your wife in high school.
Yep.
you got cool. You got the necklace. The
Yeah,
t-shirt,
as cool as I possibly
the
could be.
glasses were a little thinner.
The glasses-
streamlined.
They didn't make glasses like this.
Yeah, no.
And this is
no,
2001. You would
yeah.
think they would have cool
Yeah.
glasses in 2001.
Yeah.
Glasses
That was the
have
best
been
I could
cool
do.
For a long time.
Sorry. It's off topic.
Fun.
But this is an example of a web page with a static front page. So this is the band that I was in a couple of years ago. And I still do their website. They just pay me now, which is nice. But this page, when you go to it, instead of having lists of things that they put up, which some band websites will have events, event. Instead, they chose to just go static. So this is their About Me right on the front page. And that's the difference. Every time you go to this website, it's going to look exactly like this until you click dates. And that's the stuff that changes. So we're still here. If you get to the point where you choose a theme and it says no need to overthink it, you can always switch to a different theme later. That's really easy to do. And by the end of today, I'm going to show you some shortcuts where if you don't mind paying somebody $5, they'll build you a really nice website.
I like that.
Yeah. I've cheated a couple of times. I'll always build the website, but for small things, like if I'm working on something, I'm like, oh, I have to actually code that in. Like, nah, I'll just pay somebody $5 to do it. So you have all of these. You could skip it, and it'll just install 2016, which is their latest theme.
Oh,
Our
you can
pictures
skip the
won't
things?
Yeah, my pictures won't load.
Oh, okay. Do you have any choices here?
Yes.
It says the name of it, but it doesn't show
Sequential
Oh.
sounds
what
like
you have.
a teacher one.
Like,
You can just skip it, and we'll get to it at a different time. It'll upload something that looks just like this. 2016 if you skip it. In fact, I'll skip it so that we're all on the same page. Okay, let's find a domain. This would be, if you do it the free version right now, your domain would be, for example, mrpanfield.wordpress.com, which I think is still easier to remember than frontier.winnyrick.org/domain/614.
Is it case sensitive at all or no?
It shouldn't be, nope.
Okay.
What are the chances Smith is already taken?
Smith is probably taken.
I wonder, did you put a dot after Mr. or not?
No,
Okay. Good
no,
idea.
you can't.
Oh.
Mrs. Reardon.
All kinds of Smiths are taken.
Mrs. Reardon at WordPress?
Yeah, don't put a dot after the misses.
Mrs. Reardon. And then WordPress?
It would
Dot
be-
WordPress?
It would say, yeah, I already will put it for you there.
Oh, okay.
So just type in whatever you want here.
Oh, okay.
So if I type in Panfill Music, why am I not typing in Mr. Panfill? Because of course I've already done this. With Mr.
So
Panfill, it's going to tell me that's
Mrs.
taken.
Reardon, I see. When you were saying dot, it actually spelled out dot for me.
Oh, fun.
D-O-T.
Well, I can
For
go
the free version.
the free.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had to pick D-O-T, not like a dot that you would put in.
Yeah. Anything you have to explain to students, I would stay away from.
Yeah.
I did Mrs. Smith CAS.
Oh,
CAS, nice.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That worked.
that's good. Thanks.
Was
Yeah.
yours taken also?
Yes.
Jack had
Mrs. Gay.
Mrs. Richter this year.
Oh, he was a lucky little
Oh, yeah.
Guess
She was all my
It's
kids'
update
teacher.
too.
Yeah.
Really?
Kindergarten, though.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
She
okay.
was at kindergarten at the time. Was he in the afternoon or the morning?
Morning.
Morning.
You saw his picture. He looks a lot like me, but cooler.
I mean, Audrey was in Audrey Logo.
Audrey?
Yeah.
Okay. He talks about Audrey a lot.
Audrey, yeah, she's a
Yeah.
sweet little girl. Just a friend's daughter.
So
Oh,
we're-
and we
so
just
I'm-
missed
My
Bridget's
husband will
birthday
be Jack's
party.
phys ed teacher.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, so that'll be
At Union Pleasant?
Yeah.
Is that Nyhart?
Smith.
Okay.
There's a few of them there.
There's a few. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
there
it's a
are a couple.
bigger school.
I just met Jack's music teacher. Kind of excited.
Who's
Mr.
that?
Biter?
Which one?
Right. Viter?
Damon?
Zider? Viter?
Biter.
Viter. Okay. He's in a bluegrass band,
Yeah.
and I've played in bluegrass bands for
And then
years.
some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we ended up playing one after each other. The bluegrass band I was in, and the bluegrass band he was in.
Really.
And introduced himself like, oh, Jack is going to be coming to your school next year. I look forward to it.
Now, what will your kids play? I don't, what will
It's
they?
tough.
You know? No?
Don't know.
Are you doing the free one?
Probably
That's what
piano,
it'd be right now.
Oh,
for
okay.
sure. They might be athletic. Because my wife was in high school and I wasn't. So we'll see if she goes, if the kids go athletic or if they go music.
Well, they could do a balance of both.
They
You know,
could.
That's what's so good now. They really can.
I never sported.
It just won't be
I joined the wrestling team. I think I put a picture of that up too. I'm not going to bring it up.
Oh, yeah.
I joined the wrestling team in high school and then quit halfway through the season. I never. Is it Myers? Oh, speaking of Charlotte, Myers
Myers,
Yeah.
was my
Yeah.
Wrestling coach?
wrestling coach.
Yeah.
Can you ask him about me? Because I left an impression
Yeah.
Did
on
you
the
go to
wrestling
Amherst
team.
schools?
No,
No.
he coached here at Frontier.
Did you have a Butero first year?
I had Richie,
Yeah.
but he was a year younger than me,
Okay.
and we would always wrestle. Richie's one of the reasons I quit.
Yeah, I can see that.
because he was a year younger than me. I was in 9th grade, he was in 8th grade, and I was small, 117 pounds. So the only person they could pair me up with was Richie. And Richie's really good.
Yeah.
And I'm really bad. So even in practice, I never won. Not once. That's true. Not once. Even in practice. So I quit and joined the musical.
There you go.
So we're at the free version.
Yep.
I'm sorry if I'm going too slow. I always feel like I'm... Okay. Your email address is your actual email address, your username, and then your password. And like I said, I suggest creating a password on an actual piece of paper.
Should we do our school email address or our personal?
It's up to you. I don't think the school will never know what email address you use here. Yeah, I don't know if you do this, but my Hotmail address right here, the one that I signed in with Facebook, I have one email address that's my junk email address. When I sign up for stuff like this, I use my Hotmail account, and then I never check it. And it's probably full of junk. Like every Facebook notification goes to my Hotmail account, which I don't care about. If you actually want to email me, it's scottpamphlet@gmail.com. And that one's nice and simple. My password is going to be Expo.
You can improve it by adding additional, wow, they want a big password here, huh?
0L capital K 9XT Expo. At the very least, I used to spell things. My upstairs neighbors used to have a dog, and they named it Ampersand. Like ampersand. I can't do an ampersand. That's capital S.
Yeah, just do that backwards.
Right? So I spelled ampersand 1 S capital A D 0 G, as in ampersand is a dog. And that would be easy for me to remember because I could go ampersand is a dog. But it was the one was in, or the I was a 1. But someone's not going to guess that because of all the special characters. And yeah, if you're using the same password for everything, you should change that.
No, not for like banking accounts, but anything at school, I use it for everything.
Yeah.
I don't care if anyone steals anything from my school.
Again, right here.
They can access anything. Yeah. Why do they need you to password protect everything?
The kids can guess that. Kids could get that instantly. All right.
They should just confirm.
Yes. I haven't gotten there yet. Okay. Then you'll have to confirm your email. Hopefully you didn't put in a fake one. All right, checking my Hotmail for the first time in since June 3rd.
Just hit continue.
Yeah, once you... Oh yeah, okay. Yay! And then WordPress. WordPress is so easy. It's so fun. What you do?
Try to see your usernames. Instead of your email. Whatever your it wasn't it I don't know. You don't have to do anything capitalized.
Good, good. But if you, yeah. Oh, no.
I did confirm. I'm ready.
What about back on the word?
That one, yeah.
All right, so this is what the back of WordPress looks like. Next, we see stats, so you can see when people are going to your site, if they're going and how often they're going, what pages they're going to. We have the plan. We're on the free plan right now if you're doing it like this. Then we have blog posts and pages. And the difference between those two is pages would be something like an About Me page, something that's not going to change. And then the blog posts are dated. And those will get pushed off the front page. So on scottpanfill.com, the one that I put together for this class, right here, About Me is a page, and that automatically gets added to here because I created it as a page. And then the post does not. That goes over into the recent posts section. And all this is in the manual, which is written really nicely. When I found this, it's not overly technical. It says basically the same exact thing I said. Here's the difference between a post and a page and why it should matter, stuff like that. And then I purchased the right to print these out, just in case you're curious.
Teachers never ask that question.
Right? But I'm worried about stuff like that.
Yeah.
Certain things, you can, if you find somebody using copyrighted stuff, if you turn them in, you can get like $10,000.
Ooh.
I've never done it. But that's why I'm making sure it says permission granted for use as part of the Creating an Engaging Classroom website course summer 2016. I did not write this manual. WordPress didn't write this manual. Somebody who wants you to make it easily made the manual. So customizing the theme to make sure you get it to look the way you want it. I don't know if yours looks similar to mine
Yes.
right now. This is a really simple theme. It's a great place to get started. You can see the blog posts have pictures here. I just clicked next and next, and it got rid of my dashboard. But if you don't have that dashboard, it's right here. My site. So you can go between what your site looks like and how to change it. So if you would like to customize your theme, change some colors, that's right here. You can customize your theme, or you can change your theme completely. That's not where we are right now. Site identity, custom design, I'll give you some time to just play around here for a while. Anything you change, if you want to save it, you go up into the top right corner and click Save. For example, site title. It's going to be Classroom Blog. Tagline. Stuff happens. I'm bad with titles. Adding a logo, that's something we'll do on a different day. Create a logo. The one I made for scottpanfill.com is my picture and my name. Doing stuff since 1982. See, again, I'm bad with titles. See if MrPanfill.com is up yet. Nope. Man. Save and publish. Now let's say you do want to change the theme completely. Instead of clicking Customize, you just click Themes. And you could search for education if you wanted to, or whatever you wanted. Being a music teacher, I would probably search for music.
What did you click to get that?
I'm sorry, themes right here.
Oh,
So instead of clicking the customize button to customize your theme, I just click themes to pick a new one. And you'll see most of these are going to be free themes. Some of them they'll let you purchase if you'd like to. For my school website, I don't. I use a free one. For my Western New York Brews website, I did purchase that theme. This one looks so cool, doesn't it? You can even click just free over here. Free education. Academia looks fun.
I know, it's just, they're not loading on these computers.
The pictures.
Yeah.
Can you customize the colors on the theme that you have?
I don't know, I can try it.
Okay.
I wonder if I should wait and see if these load or,
I just started clicking on them.
and then they,
Oh,
Yeah.
does it come up with pictures?
Yeah, if you click on it,
Oh.
it'll
That's
show
good.
you.
Okay, good. Chalkboard one looks kind of hokey. Oh no. I do try to stay away from chalkboards as backgrounds. That being said, the Facebook page uses a chalkboard as the background. Okay, I'm gonna go through the $1 a month process. Anyone who's going along with me, you can. Otherwise, continue to customize. I'll go quick because I think we're all sticking to the free one for now. Yeah, makes sense. But this will be on the website, on the video, and get the walkthrough here. So if you do want to change, so I'm gonna select, pick a domain name. Oh, I get a free domain. Okay, hold on.
so you make a different one than Mr. Pinko's.
Yeah, I already own that one.
Oh, okay.
I already own scottpamphel.com, jackpamphel.com, emmapamphel.com, sampamphel, and samanthapamphel.com. Because my kid's 5, I don't want him to be 15 and have some Jack Pamphel beat him in the next 10 years. For the $8 a year it's going to cost me, I just want to hold on to it for him for 10 years. Who knows? Maybe it'll be a popular last name someday. Pick your domain name. What's it going to be? I think Buffalo Beer is taken. Buffalo Beer God is taken. I bet Buffalo Beer Nerd is not. And if it is, I want to find out who it is and be friends with him. Okay. BuffaloBeerNerd.com. Why not? All right. So I get 1 year of hosting, 1 year for the domain name, and it cost me $12.18. I wonder if I can use my GoDaddy password or if it's gonna. Here, I'll just.
So this would be your username and your password right from that you just put in for us? Or no?
For the GoDaddy one?
Like to pay this. Oh, this is so GoDaddy, so it's different. You
Yeah.
can set up an account.
Yep. I'm gonna set up an account rather than use my other account because I don't want to lose the promo. I am in the United States. And I am at 28 Sickman Avenue. You can hunt me down if you want. It's right next to Union Pleasant. Yeah. Sickman is great. Nice little street. We're in the Horwood's old house. What can't you do now?
So where you were finding the teacher backgrounds?
Yeah.
Where did you go? Oh wait, you clicked on
Themes.
the actual themes, actual word themes.
The word themes.
I
Yep.
saw that. I'll go my picture now.
But if you click on one, you can see what it looks like. Must be username spanfill42 and password. There. Pin number, fun. Let's go PayPal, just so that you're not all seeing my credit card info being recorded on a video. No. PayPal balance and continue. Whatever. And I agree and place your order. All right. Start collaborating, or let's just go in. People following along later in video form, I am setting up my cPanel. It's still very quick. BuffaloBeerNerd.com. Next. I am in North America. Next. cPanel username's going to be my other one. Consist of only lowercase letters. Okay. Sorry. Confirm password. Password matches, and next. Create a WordPress website. Yes! That's how easy it is. GoDaddy's gonna set up a WordPress site for me. Finish. And then we can take a look at the differences between a self-hosted site like this one and the WordPress.com hosted site. Eva. By the way, if you ever want to set up a website for like a business or something like that, it's all the same.
How do you change this picture on here? Get your picture.
Ah. We're going to do that.
Okay, good.
As soon as I'm done with this, we're going to go into the
That's
host.
great. Perfect. Thank you.
I can't get this little guy off. Yeah, exactly.
You said you can't get it.
I can't get it to go away. There's no X in the corner. Once I log in, I
Oh, no, it's still there.
yeah, I can't grab it.
Okay. My account is ready. Get started.
That's just so you can focus on what it looks like.
This is Crafty. I'm going to go to music instead of education and see what comes up. Where are we lost though? No lost. Not allowed to be lost. Not yet. So I should be able to go to buffalobeernerd.com right now. Ah. Okay. Okay. WP.com. Ooh, not
Yeah,
.com.
that's what it gets brings me up to the top right there. If you only hit it once.
There we go. Never. All right. So the back end. I'm sorry, keep using that word. Your site has the back end where you edit and the front end that people see. So on your WordPress.com site, this is the front end, and then this is the back end. If you're looking at the stats, that should bring up a different page. This is the back end of that site. So kids never see this part. They only see the front part, the front-facing part. And the back end of a self-hosted WordPress site looks slightly different because it has more options, of course, because we hosted it ourselves. Slightly different, generally the same. One of the huge differences is going to be the plugins, where if you want to add extra things to your site, plugins is where it would be. But here we are here. So everybody is somewhat in the back end of their site? Okay. What I wanted to do next was create an About Me page. Not literally about me, but about you. So that we're all creating the same kind of page and we can see what the editing looks like. So where it says pages, you go to add. If you want to see the pages you've already made, you click pages. So we're going to add a page. And then add a title. Yep. About me, whatever you want it to be. Again, I'm bad with titles, so I just stick with about me. And then you see the typing is very similar to any Word program. There's some more things here, where you have your justified and your indents, text color, then your underline and strike through. Otherwise, everything up here, you have formatting, and these are our web terms here, where you have formatting versus, paragraph text versus a heading. So in Microsoft Word, if you want a big bold heading, you select it, make it bold, and then change the text size. Online, it's either paragraph text or it's a heading text. The reason is Google. Google weights what's in your heading more than what's in your paragraph text. So it's going to, if I put something in my heading here, Scott Panfill classroom website, that's telling Google what this site is about. So it's going to rank higher in Google if somebody types in something that's in a heading than if they type in something in a paragraph. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's always a good idea to give your page an actual title in the heading. So about me, in my heading, if somebody is typing into Google and I want them to find me, I'm going to type not necessarily Scott Panfill's classroom website. I would type in something like Cloverbank Elementary Music. And then I always write just conversationally, like, hello. My name is Mr. Panfill, and I am the vocal music teacher at Cloverbank Elementary School. You can write whatever you want about yourself here. I have completed the following levels of school. I'm writing a really boring about me page right now, just so that you can see some of the features. Because I'm going to make a list. Bulleted list, just like in Word. Frontier High School, class of 2001. Just like in Microsoft Word, hitting enter gives you a new bullet. SUNY Fredonia. Okay. Class of 2005. And then UB. Say Masters of Music. UB 2010. And then just like in Word, hitting enter twice will get you out of the bullets and back into normal typing. WordPress makes certain things really easy, like adding in a link. So I'm going to insert a link. Sorry, I'll slow down, I'm sorry. I'll walk. As you're typing, I've written bios. Like I said, I have 22 websites running right now. Probably about half of them are mine personally. So I've written bios on bunches of websites. The About Me on WNYBrews.com. About us, because I brought on a co-host. My name is Scott. I'm a homebrewer and a member of the Das Haus Brauers von Buffalo Homebrew Club. I put up a fake one once. Fake bio. On one of my band's websites, where I said that I was an Olympic horse diving champion. Remember horse diving? If you've never seen, there was a movie about horse diving. Yeah, I don't remember what the movie was. But I said I was an Olympic horse diving champion. And something like a hold the Guinness World Records for the most holes done with a small shovel or something like that. Just made up stupid things. And at Big Tree, the first year I was there, they had a Christmas party. I think it was Lisa Donald. You know Lisa. Her husband put together a game. And he walks in, and he puts on the projector and goes, all right, everybody, it's game time. Here's the game I've prepared. I don't know any of you. So I thought it would be fun to do this. I typed your name into Google, and then I found some facts about everybody here. So you're going to take out a sheet of paper, and I'm going to tell you the facts about these people, and you have to guess who it is. So he pulls up mine, and it says Olympic horse diving champion. Right, and I told my wife, that's me. She's like, what are you talking about? Like, that's fake bio that I put up on one of my websites. So everyone looked at me afterwards. Horse diving champion, and he goes, "That's Scott Panfill." And Scott, like, I was sorry. Fake bio.
Can you change the font on this?
Oh yeah. So-
I didn't see that in
So selecting something. Let's see. No. Have to be able to change it. I can show you where it is on here, but on the free one, we'll hold on. It's got to be there. We will find it.
Okay. No big deal.
More options. Excerpt slug will confirm. Read more, proofread, block quote, numbered list, blocks, italics. Huh. How could, what? I'd be able to change that.
I could change the colors.
Ah.
Which is kinda nice.
I'll show you where you can change it for the whole website at least. If not here. That's so strange.
I wonder if it was back where it said fonts on
For the whole website.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe you're giving us me.
Toolbar. How's everyone doing? I'm going to add a link into it next. This is how you would type in any WordPress. Adding a link, you type or you click the chain. The URL it's going to go to. So for me, I'll put the Twitter one. Oops. / Mr. Panfill. And then link text Mr. Panfill on Twitter. Add link. And that's right there. And then block quotes. If you ever go to a website and you see a quote and it's in its nice little box and in italics and has a big quote thing around it, WordPress makes that really easy. That's probably why you see it on so many websites. So I'm going to add a block quote and say, my name is Mr. Panfill.
What is that?
Block quote
Yeah.
is quote right here, so that when you actually see the page, draft saved, and we're going to preview over here. Shows you what your page looks like. There's the block quote pulling it off the side.
What do you use block for? What I don't understand what that is. What is that?
On scottpanfill.com, for example, create an engaging classroom website. I said, welcome to class number 1, then I threw a Bill Gates quote here. Technology is just a tool in terms of getting the kids. And
That's your block quote.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
It automatically italicizes it, puts it off to the side, makes it look important. If you wanted to put a quote on something.
Gotta find one first.
Yeah. I think I put a couple of block quotes on this one. And you can see what it's going to look like when you click preview on a phone, on an iPad, on a computer screen.
Oh, cool. Just shrinks it.
Yep. Which is another reason I like to use WordPress instead of the school websites, because they're responsive. They just change to whatever screen size it is.
I missed that. Where did you say you were looking?
Preview?
How did you get the
Right here.
preview? Okay.
Yep. So you can see what it looks like, and then you can click what kind of a screen you want to see it on.
That looks nice.
And then you were asking about the image. Where do you change the image? That's here. On the left-hand side, under featured image. So the
I missed that. Do you need to save this image somewhere?
Yep. You would need to set the featured image, and then it's going to ask you to upload an image. So you would be uploading an image from your computer or finding it from a URL. But we're going to have a day where we work with images. Next class. Because this image that I made right here, creating an engaging classroom website, class 1, setup, scottpamphlet.com. This image was created for free, online. I never had to download this. But this is what the example of what a featured image would be. Come on. MrPainful.com, name servers, ns1-junior.vivawebhost.com, and ns2-junior.vivawebhost.com. I'm sorry, what's up?
My quote image ended up in a funny spot.
Where is it? Oh, the featured image? Oh, if you want to put an image into it?
I was thinking it was going to show down here.
Sorry. The featured image is what shows up on your front page, like this. Cancel. Like this right here. So that shows up
Oh.
above your article. Then if I wanted to put something in here, that would be,
Where you just showed the other part.
yeah, the other one.
Ah.
And this is all in the manual.
Did you see my cute little
Should be about.
Oh, page.
Did you publish?
Well, it is some of the, it's a quote, so. Yeah, as long as you have that, you set it, yeah.
Oh, that's all.
Okay. Now, can I ask you one more question? Now, like this, I don't like how it says.
Yeah,
But I like it.
yeah.
How do I change that?
Under my site.
So,
So,
I
type
like
this
this,
in.
put it in,
Type it in.
Site review.
That's where I went astray, because I went to.
so I can put my,
So,
And then if you want something underneath it, put it in the-
okay, gotcha.
That's how you
Copy
copy
it now, if I, oh, save it to yours, okay, gotcha. Alright.
Of course. Like, wow, you've got a really interesting looking website on there.
Yeah, I wish.
Brain bug.
So like, it's when parents come to home, was it not something on the truth? So putting it in the
It's our state culture.
I like it.
You could, kind of paste it. So, right?
And I,
Yeah.
that's what they do, like, they kind of.
Yeah,
Should be
they
able
can
to
copy, like, yeah, like, highlight everything.
when you get it the way you want it, you click publish, and it'll be on your site. And I'm gonna run to the restroom one more time, and then walk around and help you with anything you need to get through this.
Just copy paste or put the cursor over on there. Maybe delete it. Oh.
What was it? What did I just use?
Maybe it doesn't like that one sometimes, but how do I paste it? And see, this isn't highlighted. Okay, I'm on it out.
0.
Should be in here.
No. Okay. No. Next. Oh, perfect.
There we go. And then just
Uh-huh.
get this. Yeah, and then
Publish.
I would put the cursor in front of Dan and move it. Yeah, and just
Yeah.
there you go.
It said school picture and it was doing it. Yeah. It was a bunch. Get it.
I want to see my site. There it is. Menu. Oh, no. Ah,
Where was that save, save and continue area?
right here. Hold on, sorry. If you click on my site,
Yeah.
it should bring that up. But where are you right now? Are you in the pages?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm still in my about, but do I have to hit save or does it automatically?
No, it automatically saves
Oh,
for you,
okay.
which is nice. But when you publish it, it will actually be out on the website. Otherwise, it saves it as a draft, and you can come back to it and edit it until you're ready to
Okay.
put it up. Update, preview. Portfolio. Oh, nice. And discussion. Any questions to it? Before we leave, then we'll run through a couple of settings that we should all change.
Yeah, I went to, like, because if it wanted it to be published,
Yeah.
I had to confirm through my email, so I did that.
It's still there though.
But it's,
Sorry, go back. This is something that I didn't know the free sites do. They add an About You page already. It says About, and you can delete that one. Every year. Trash it. And then go to drafts.
So you're publishing it this week.
Because it's not published yet.
oh, so how do I publish it?
Did you confirm your email address?
Yeah.
Then yeah, it's published.
It's free because you publish.
It's a, yeah.
Yep.
So, okay. So there, I don't know. Okay.
I'll go through that on the screen too for people watching the video again. So clicking on pages here, I didn't realize that the free version adds an About page. The About page we're going to trash, and the one that we just made should be under drafts unless you clicked publish. WordPress automatically saves everything you do.
Yeah.
So mine is under drafts.
It should be under drafts then, yeah?
Because we already checked that. So now
Yeah.
how do, what am I saving
No,
it
it
as?
shouldn't be. So,
You would save it as your About Me page or whatever you want to save it as.
go to drafts.
You can title it anything you want.
My publishing.
And again, for the sake of the video, I'm going to keep talking, but just feel free to get familiar with what it feels like in the back. Any page, you can change the quick URL to it right here. So you can tell the kids instead of about dash me, because it was about dash me,
There it is.
you just click here and change it. So you could even tell the kids go to scottpanfill.wordpress.com/me, and then it'll take them directly to this page. I just vibrated. It wasn't important. It's gone. What'd you do? Go back to the pages. you got rid of the other about me?
Yeah.
You got rid of the wrong. Just fine. It's in trash. So it's really nice that they get rid of, or they auto save everything. I get to put a lot of work into something on WordPress to lose it. I've done that in every other thing.
So I have my message.
Well, that's when,
It's fine, and I have it in publish. And then I go to my site.
Text color.
It says nothing's fine.
hit that little guy. And hit that
But then
one,
you put
text
it-
color.
Yeah, I don't know where to put it.
So that would be under menus. Which is on that left-hand side in the dashboard.
Okay. Oh, I have to add a new item?
And then if you add a new item, I just click the plus.
Oh, and then I can choose my.
And then choose it. Yep.
Okay.
And you can even change what it's called up here.
Okay. Now. It's not there.
What did I just do? There it is.
I just went to the one that they did, they gave me.
Oh,
And I went back.
so I
And
can't,
I just clicked
I
on
can't make that message my
And then once
static
you click on
homepage.
that, that's.
Which one?
um,
The About Me?
little
You could.
marker.
Did you choose list originally? Okay. No, it's fine. Under menus.
Yeah, okay. And I think you can add a new field as well, because I'm not, the website you're already on, unless you put it in the school's website.
Default menu, move contact. Where is it?
Checkbox, drop down, email address,
Radio button is one of these.
Oh,
This looks like a radio button. So you can, radio buttons, checkboxes, you can choose multiple. Radio buttons, you can only select one at a time.
So what would we do like for our contact information under field type? Which one should we be using, do you think?
probably the same.
Where are you?
In the contact page that they already had for you.
Let me see. Oh, contact. Nice. This you don't need to do anything. This right here is asking them to fill this in, and if they do that, it'll send it directly to your email address.
Oh, they're contacting us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're putting our contact information
Nope.
in.
You're not putting your contact information.
We're not.
No.
This is so parents can contact you.
Oh.
So do we take the contact page off then?
You can, if you want to get rid of it. On your About Me page, you can put
Yeah.
you can put your school email address
Okay.
and your school phone number.
Okay. So if we just don't use the contact page, do it on the About Me page. Okay.
Yeah. I use a contact page on sites where I don't want them to see my school. email. What's disappearing?
My whole middle is gone. Oh, you know what? I think I put it in white.
Nah,
I didn't
try selecting it. If it's not there, you can go back to a previous version of it.
I think what I did was I put it in white, so I should probably do it.
Yeah, if you select all and then change it to black. You control A or just drag that. He's there. Settings. Personalized, domains, plugins, people sharing, configure, website, themes. Okay. Theme options. Static front page. Static front page. Right there. All right. What's
It
on?
goes to the office at least, you know? I know.
Sort of.
No,
So
I.
the end web page is automatically save that as well.
Say it again.
We're gonna be able to hit update. When we add to our page, we have to
No,
hit
it'll
update.
automatically update. It'll automatically save it as a draft,
Okay.
but to update it, you have to click update. So in the back end, it'll be different, but on the front end, it'll still say what you want it, so
Okay.
you can plan it out. On the day where we talk about tools, there's images, there's videos, and then there's a tools. I can show you how, if you want to set up a Google Voice account. There's been times, especially as music, if I'm at Kleinhands, I want the kids who are in Ulm County to be able to get a hold of me, but I don't want them to have my cell phone number.
Yeah.
So I set up a Google Voice account, which gives a number, they can call, it comes to my phone. When I call out, it uses my Google Voice number. And everything that somebody leaves on a voicemail gets transcribed and sent to my email address.
Oh.
So if anyone ever said, you know, why did this person call you? I can say, here's the transcript, here's what they said.
Okay, so it's just like.
Cover them all up.
Yeah, exactly.
But also then kids don't know my cell phone number.
Yeah.
But they can still get a hold of me.
I didn't do the whole thing where I changed it to, I changed my homepage.
What do you want to do?
Well, I have my, how it will look.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay,
It's
so you
public.
published it.
Now, how do I get this about out? Because I want this to be my homepage.
Okay. So if you want your About Me page to be your home page, that's what I was just doing up here.
Yeah, I know. I was doing something wrong. I wasn't with you there.
I'm going to do it for anyone who wants to.
Yeah, okay.
So there are a couple of settings that I want to go through anyway, just so it's not as confusing. The static homepage is under themes, so we're going to customize your theme so that instead of showing the list in the front, you're going to show the static homepage. And mine says static front page right on the left. Yours should say something similar to that too. And then I'm changing it to a static page, and then I get to choose which static page.
Okay, so I got to my page
my front.
here. Static front page is where I'm going to now.
Yes.
When did you get to that?
Under customize your themes.
Okay.
Yep, right at the bottom there. Static front
Oh.
page. And then click a static page, and then you can choose whatever page you want to be
So
your
I can
home
put
page.
Mrs. Weird in there. And then save and publish.
And then save
Okay.
and publish. Yep.
Oh, that was easy. Okay.
I know it feels overwhelming. These already look so much better than the school websites.
And we are gonna be able to link this to our school website then?
You should be able to.
Yep.
Should we send a message to Brent? Do you think to ask him?
Who is it?
When you ask, then you have the chance that they say no.
That's right.
It's
It's always
always
better to
nice.
ask.
Ask for forgiveness, not permission, right?
Now I know Nancy will do all these work and not be able to use it.
I know,
That's the worry.
No.
I've always, even when they told me that I couldn't link it, I just always told the parents. You know, and since it's an easy thing to remember, it's at mrpanther.com. Go to mrpanther.com. And I use it in the classroom. The kids see me go to it all the time.
So, you know, on our app, if for some reason we couldn't link it.
Yeah.
And they said you need to have a website, we need to be checking it. All I have to do is go on my Hamburg website, say go, on my first page, go to Mrs. Reardon
Yeah.
CAS.com for my website.
.wordpress.com.
And have a link to
Yep.
that. And I can link it like that, right?
Yep.
Which is, oh yeah, that's Nancy, we got this, that's not a problem. I know how to do that even.
Now,
10 minutes.
Yeah.
under settings in the back here, it won't kill anything if you leave them the way that they are, but the site time zone is wrong. So under settings
Oh, okay.
and then general, the site time zone is wrong. You just choose New York, type in New York, and it'll come up. So that way when the time zone changes, it'll change with it. It's a silly thing, but posts are timed. So if you want a post, if you type in something and say publish this on, I don't know, September 1st, so you can work on your opening day web page now and then just have it go up when it's time. If you're not in the right time zone, you get to that day and you start wondering, why haven't I seen it yet? Because WordPress is on a different time zone than you. Save settings.
I didn't type it, I just looked for it.
Yep.
I scrolled all the way up.
Privacy, public, hidden, or private. I suggest keeping it public, not making it private, and then just treat it as if it's public. Don't put student pictures up on there unless you have permission. And Chandler, who would think her classroom is right on the other side of that wall, puts out a permission slip to all of her kids at the beginning of the school year. You know, I like to showcase my students' work on the website. If you would like me not to, please let me know.
Well, they went to a new policy in Hamburg that we don't ask permission. The parents are to submit if they don't want them.
That's
Or
nice.
Yeah.
You
So
put
we don't
student
have
work
to
out there.
keep track of that, ourselves because it's all over our website. If you do not want your student on, so we're okay with that.
No matter what, I wouldn't use last names anyway. Rain
So should we just save settings then?
Chandler.com. Yep.
And we're done there?
See if her site comes up. Nope. We're good there. Writing and discussion
So it doesn't say that.
under the discussion settings in the settings tab is comment settings. If you want people to be able to comment on your articles or on your posts, or if you don't want them to. That's a choice. On my MrPanfill.com, I have kids comment. The only thing that you have to worry about is people throwing links up on your site. Like, they'll type something, and it's just a bot that'll type, I found your site through Google, it's great, check out this link, and then throw a link there. So that doesn't happen, I always make sure down here, this setting, before a comment appears, the comment author must have a previously approved comment. So that means if I haven't approved that person already, their comment never shows up. So every once in a while, I'll get an email. One of your articles has a comment on it, and most of the times it's, "Hi, Mr. Panfill," from Josh, or just, "Hey, I love John Lennon," stuff like that, and I'll let that go through. But if I get one that says spammy, I just disapprove it, and then that person can never comment on my site again. And it never shows up on the front page. It happens so rarely. I'm upset MrPanfill.com didn't come up in today's class. It's another reason to hate camping.
Where'd you go?
Oh, you went.
Allegheny.
Ooh, that's a nice place to go though.
Ugh. There's so many places in the park that have Wi-Fi
Yeah.
and cell service. And then the spot where we were was just
No,
a
it's
dead zone.
terrible there. I'm always dead when I'm there. You have to drive to those other places.
Yeah.
And then your phone goes.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Like my kids are older, they're driving up to meet us and it's like, sorry, there's no connection. You just have to find us in this big park.
I need to be connected to the internet. It's an addiction.
Yes.
So I walk around Allegheny and
What beautiful weather you had though.
Yeah.
yeah. My wife will say, "You want to go fishing? Like there's service down by the lake. Let's go fishing."
Yeah. Oh, it's so beautiful down there, waking up in the mountains all around you.
No, we did a bunch of hikes.
Yeah.
We did some geocaching too.
Oh, did you? Yeah, that's
Um,
tons.
It's just fun. The 5-year-old, it was his first experience.
Yeah, that's good.
Public charging.
When they go to my page, this is what they can say about me.
That page can be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because you click on about.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Click on menu. This isn't normal. It's only because the free one apparently puts an about me page already. Click on the not plus. That's
Requested
Means
additional
edit.
materials.
and then just click about me. So that it's pointing to the right page.
So it's configure my digital.
Then anytime people need to leave, we're good. I wouldn't spend too much time outside of class. That's the reason why this is 15 hours, to get time to work on it in here.
Speaking of, can we talk about if we need to miss a class?
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
that Jill told us some of us are going
Vanessa
to
had
vacate.
said we can
Yeah, fine.
make up.
I,
Is that where
I
these
told her I'll be
videos
putting
will
all
come?
the videos up online. So even if you're going through the video and you skip through, skip to where it looks like we're doing
Just
something
do
and
a
then
couple of the
just
pieces.
get it done. Yeah.
Okay.
So so you'll email those videos to us?
Yeah.
Because I had talked to her ahead of time, and I know she contacted you because 2 of the weeks I was missing, but she
Yes,
said
fine.
it's an online course.
Yeah,
so it'll be
that's my
Yep.
about me.
And that's okay with you?
Oh, yeah.
Do you wanna know? We'll let you know ahead of time.
Well, at the end, we're just gonna have the sites.
Perfect.
You know, so
when
when
your
they-
site is up and working, you know you did good.
Yeah,
Oh, great.
that's what they're looking for, to see that you've completed this.
Okay.
Perfect.
So you don't need to know ahead of time if we're not gonna.
No, I wouldn't even notice. I'm so terrible with stuff like that.
Marilyn, I know you were here when you said all like places are Monday.
They're all
Yes,
Mondays.
that's so
Okay,
good.
That's great.
That's perfect. Perfect.
I'll-
Perfect.
I'll have to write that down. Check Mondays, because if there's a reason that they did that, I'll let you know where we might need to move to a different computer lab. I don't know if that's the reason. It's supposed to be Mondays, because that's the day my parents have my kids.
Alright, it's still. It still says
Click
patient.
on the apple.
No. I wanted to get rid of it.
Just because,
So what am I doing something wrong?
no, go to menus. You shouldn't have to do this more than just once.
It's free Slurpees at 7-Eleven today.
On the,
Today's 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Keep texting me.
Where's the one in here? So now when I go.
Right on Route 62 and
By Lowe's.
no,
Oh.
Yeah, there's a.
7-Eleven, right at Route 62 and Long Avenue, or not Long Avenue, Lake Street. Yeah.
But there's one right on
Right.
Yeah, there's one on South Boston and Seoul.
Yeah, we're talking Village Bay. We're gonna drive all the way out
I
there.
do
Well,
exit the
The
village.
one on the corner of Lake and South Park. I was like, what's that over
262.
here? Is that because
Like
it's
the
the
Route
South
62.
Chalkboard one?
The,
Or, you know what I mean?
Not like,
I
yeah,
don't know
South
what I would
Park,
put
yeah,
there.
South Park is
Well,
where they
yeah,
call
we
it
can discuss.
62.
Okay.
The road that
Yeah.
curves
I mean,
Main Street,
next
you know.
question.
Oh, okay, that's true, because there's like app too.
Okay. Yeah, no, not that one. We're talking Lake, Village, just the village.
The other one?
that's under.
Did you park out front?
I did, so we have that long
Yeah.
trek through.
We'll have to figure out how that plugs in the back.
Yes, and knock. Well, we'll see you guys all next Monday for the great
Oh, there we
Mondays.
My homepage is the same as mine.
So right now it's the latest post.
Yeah, we went to like, they have content here and
So
it's
this
not
is
gonna
what
be
you
on
can
there, I wish we could take that off.
You can.
Okay.
Can you?
If you want to.
Oh, it's so cute.
I see.
Okay. Right, I wanna get rid of this page, so that we have to.
Right now.
See some kind of the original page.
This is pretty good. So I just deleted this.
How, where'd you go?
I went to page menus. You click on it. Right, edit, and then I went
Yeah,
to
edit.
different websites.
And then I hit the trash.
Yeah.
I could add that
And you
here.
hit delete.
Yeah, our goal is to get things on your website. So hopefully.
Girls,
it's,
alright.
something
Thank you,
that's
Scott, nice to meet
video.
you.
Yes, Scott. Take the kids up to 7-Eleven, it's free Slurpees today. 7-Eleven,
Where's-
yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna do the free one. Okay.
Oh, yeah, like home, about, contact, maybe newsletter.
There, no, if you go to the little circle over in the right hand corner, looks like a little profile picture.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Pictures. You can take
sign
pictures
up.
every time.
I'd like to, yeah, because we haven't been able to for the longest time, other than starting letting us do that. But now, like, I'm done, so is there somewhere to log out of here?
So go back.
So we don't need to do anything.
Oh, scan, okay. Alright. I'm confused a lot of this.
That's fine. Got a lot of time to.
Or log out too.
It looks good.
I'll trust you. I'll trust you. I mean, look at all these pages that I have.
Just close them up.
It'd be alright just to do that, I don't have to log out each one.
Everything you can say about it. Now make sure you log out of the computers. Especially if it was my name.
I shut down.
Shutting down is okay.
We
the elementary school might still be. That's what Diane said.
Mine at Big Tree is the
Is
FR,
this?
my year, my
To get
name.
into the computer.
Yeah.
Mine is not. I have my own password.
When did you change it? Did you change it a while ago?
When
Like
we
years
came
ago?
back to school, I think.
Okay.
When they changed it over to the Google thing.
Aw. Yeah, Diane just told me no. Diane's gonna watch that. I don't think she ever will, but
Resent
She
all
told me
of
no.
us, but. She can yell at Reese. But yeah, I don't use that anymore. We were able to switch it, so, I don't know. But I know it changed, like, everything, like when you changed your password.
see you next Monday.
Like
Yeah.
PDP and.
Go finish packing up my room.
Yeah, my PDP one is that.
Yeah.
You should be able to change.
Thanks.
You should be able to. We did.
Oh, save.